I'm making soup supreme right now, and this is from a recipe from my father's mother. It's just basically a tomato and a consommé combination, but we always had it. It was part of the ritual going to, when we went to my grandmother's up in Brookline in Massachusetts, every Thanksgiving. And it's, you take a can of whole peeled tomatoes, and you cook those with peppercorns, whole cloves, and bay leaves. And then after you finish, cook it for about 20 minutes or so. Let it sit really well. You take the tomatoes and you put them in, this is called a Foley food mill. And what you do is basically you're creating a nice thick stock. It's the tomatoes and the flavoring, and you get pushed through. And I'll tell you one thing about Thanksgiving. For me, it smells, and this is one of the smells. And after my mother died, and it was just us kids doing Thanksgiving, Jeannie and I, and Billy, if he was with us, I turned out to be the one to always be making the soup supreme. After I finish doing this, and I get them all ground down, then I add consommé broth to it, and it's delicious. And you serve it really hot, just at the beginning of the meal. Well, today's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and John's taking a shot of the turkey that I have in the icebox. And the reason I want him to do that, and to see some of the other preparations, is that a favorite song that my sister and I sang every Thanksgiving at my grandmother's was called "It's a Turkey in the," and there's a turkey in the icebox. Now Jeannie and I will sing it again tomorrow, but I'm going to sing you just the first couple of lines. There's a turkey in the icebox, there are pies upon the shelf, there are donuts in the pantry, but I cannot help myself. If I step into the kitchen, I will hear somebody say, "You must wait until tomorrow, it will be Thanksgiving Day."
Well, my favorite Thanksgiving memories, let me be honest. I like the Macy's Day Parade. There's been lots of good stuff that happened with that. Probably the most memorable thing to happen to Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was around 2007 or maybe 2008, 2009, or even 2010, I remember. I can't remember the date exactly. When Fostered Home for Imaginary Friends had a float, and they basically Whitrolled everyone. Whitroll is like a term on the internet where like somebody claims a video is something and it really just a video of "never gonna keep you up, never gonna let you down." Yeah, that's shown by What's Its Face. And they basically burst into that song on the float. So I saw it was hysterical. I couldn't believe it. I heard it from downstairs and went down. I heard it from upstairs and went down to check it out. It's pretty amazing. That's probably the best thing to ever happen to Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. I also remember that my mom, the first time Mom and Dad heard about Santa Hedgehog was when he had to float in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade in 1993. Yeah, I don't remember when I first heard of Santa, but I think that was the first time my parents heard of him. My first heard of Santa, I don't even remember. Maybe playing Genesis at a friend's house. But that's another story. And another memorable scene for me about Thanksgiving is basically Nickelodeon always did something special to celebrate Thanksgiving, usually by showing a bunch of Nicktoons. I think they used to call it Nonstop Nicktoons Weekend. They always do something special, either on Nickelodeon or on the Nicktoons Network. But anyway, one thing I remember is that in 2007, they basically aired the first episode of all the Nicktoons, like starting from the beginning. And I got to see like the first episode of like Doug, Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, and What Was My Life. And it was pretty interesting to see with the humble beginning for all these cartoons. Yeah, I wanted to stick through them all, but I didn't get to see them all. In fact, I remember going to Aunt Jean's house and turned on the TV and they were showing the first episode of Avatar, The Last Airbender, but for some reason, I think that the sound worked. Yeah, but anyway, I think they also showed the Rugrats movie, the first one, around that time. It was nice. I really like when they do that. It's pretty cool. And Another scene I enjoy is that Mystery Science Theater 3000 has a long history with Thanksgiving Day. I believe that the first episode of MTVK, way back when it aired on the local channel KTMA in 1988, it premiered around Thanksgiving, on the Thanksgiving Day, I believe. And, they always have Turkey Day marathons when the show aired on County Central between 91 and 96 or so, with bumpers and stuff. Yeah, turkeys are a big part of MTVK. Wah, wah, wah. And, they recently, just last year, they started doing Turkey Days again. They would, online, portraits, 6 episodes in a row online, with bumpers hosted by the creator Joe Hodgson in between. Very nice. And they're doing it again this year, and I assume they'll do it for a good while. Yeah, MTVK, hadn't had new episodes since, 1999, but thankfully, and the show hadn't even had reruns since 2004, but thankfully, the show lives on, mostly through the internet, through streaming and DVDs, of course. So it's nice to see that come on, yeah.
And what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I like the food somewhat, even though it seems like on Thanksgiving I'm usually never that hungry, and I'm not the biggest fan of turkey and stuff. But it's a meal's a meal, I guess. and I usually enjoy seeing all my relatives. I don't get to see them that often, especially now since most of them live various places. Moved out of the mom's house and all have families now. So it's always a treat to see them.
That's great. Good. Do you have anything else you want to say about Thanksgiving?
Not much that comes to mind right now. Okay. So what are some of your favorite Thanksgiving memories?
Well, some of my favorite memories are when I go back to when I was a little kid. And we would go to my grandmother's house, and it was a time when all the Duffys, my father's family, all got together, which was my father and our family, and then my uncle and his kids, and a couple of other aunts and my grandparents. But they had a dog. They had a dog, a big collie, and I loved it whenever I went to their house because I loved the dog. And there were certain foods. We always had eggnog. And we had, which I loved, and we had this Soup Supreme stuff that I make now. But that's sort of from the past. More recently, I really love getting together with the rest of my family and seeing my nieces and nephews and having you kids get to know each other. So I enjoy that.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Oh, boy, that's a hard one. Truthfully, one of my favorite parts is trying to get a nice grace for everybody to say, or print up a little special prayer or a thought for people for Thanksgiving, which I try to do every year. But I have to say that probably my most favorite thing is having everybody contribute. Everybody brings some different food that they enjoy cooking.
Oh yeah, and while you're at it, what are some of your favorite foods for Thanksgiving?
Favorite foods. I told you I love Soup Supreme. I don't make it very often. It's really basically Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas. I love everything. I love all the food Thanksgiving. I love stuffing. I love gravy on stuffing, and I love a lot of the vegetables, turnip, squash, almost anything that people would make. Potatoes are fine, but I love having all these other foods. And I love pumpkin pie. So I like all the Thanksgiving foods. There isn't much of Thanksgiving foods that I don't like.
So you're making the pie?
I'm going to make some pumpkin pie. This is always a favorite Thanksgiving dessert. And although Aunt Jeannie will have some other things, we'll mix pie. So I got a frozen pie crust right here. My favorite frozen pie crust, and I let it thaw. And now you have to combine. Dad, would you not do that? It's too loud. Okay. Can of pumpkin. And pumpkin pie is basically a custard, and any kind of custard. It's not that on purpose. Any kind of custard basically has milk and eggs in it. Milk and egg and sugar. So the milk is evaporated milk. 2 eggs at the front. There we go. 1, 2. Okay, excuse me, let me throw this stuff out of the way. This is not exactly Julia Child, but okay. 2 eggs, pumpkin.
You don't all be perfect.
No, I know. And a whole can. This is evaporated milk. You don't want to use regular milk or cream. This is,
Because
well, this is the right consistency and it cooks better. The other might, sometimes milk will spoil on you when you cook it like this. Alright, now, the other thing is you have to put in spices. Just get this nicely mixed. The pie crust is on, it's got to be on a pan because you don't want to have to try to pick it up with your hands. It'll collapse on you. Okay, wait a sec. Let me use this. So the egg and the milk make a kind of make this very light. Okay. Check the can, make sure I've got, let's see, what do I need? Okay. Pie crust. Pumpkin, evaporated milk, 2 large eggs. Okay, now brown sugar, white sugar, pumpkin pie spice, vanilla salt. Okay. Brown sugar, white sugar, brown sugar, white sugar, pumpkin pie spice, vanilla and salt, right? Vanilla and salt. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so.
is everything?
Yep, when I get all this stuff in, then I pour it in the shell and cook it. And we're ready to roll. Okay.
Okay, Michael Pannozzi. I'm trying to dead you light on your face. Okay. Mike, what is your favorite memory of Thanksgiving?
My favorite memory of Thanksgiving, I don't know if there's a specific one, but just coming together and seeing family and friends and being able to relax and eat good food. I know back in the early days when it used to be all the family used to be here and the relatives before everyone kind of moved away, those were really good years, and going and playing football with Dad and watching football, and those were some good memories.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Besides getting a nice little vacation, one of my favorite parts is probably going, just being with, can we start it?
Oh, well, say it then.
Here's-
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
I can tell you my favorite memory, actually.
Okay, what's your favorite memory?
Are you going to edit all this?
Yeah. Okay.
My favorite memory is going the night of Thanksgiving, driving with Dad to Jiminy Pete to go snowboarding the next day, and there being a giant snowstorm, and there being like 6 or 7 inches of snow by the time we got there. It was a really fun time, and it was cool that happened to snow the night before we went. My favorite part about Thanksgiving would have to be just being with everybody and celebrating, because a lot of people's birthdays, and it all matches up. Birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they're all kind of within a month or so of each other, so it's nice to try to celebrate everything all together and seeing the cousins and seeing everyone grow up and see what they're doing, and just spending time with family.
And what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
My favorite Thanksgiving food, it's a toss-up between turkey and mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes with gravy. That's probably my favorite food. I also love dessert, too.
Okay, so my
Hi, Liz. What's your favorite Thanksgiving memory?
my favorite Thanksgiving memory is one year my mom knocked the turkey off the counter and my dog ate part of it. So instead of having turkey for Thanksgiving, we ordered Chinese food, and it was just fun, and we were still thankful even though we didn't have what we had planned on having that day.
So what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
My favorite part of Thanksgiving is being with my family and just cooking and telling stories and just laughing and enjoying their company.
And what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
My favorite Thanksgiving food is green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like green beans with mushroom soup and like crunchy onions on top. So, yeah. That's my favorite.
Dad?
Yes, John.
What are some of your favorite Thanksgiving memories?
My favorite Thanksgiving memories?
Yes.
I guess food, mainly. Food and some football and some races that I've run on Thanksgiving. One thing I remember is my father taking me to see Brown play Colgate on Thanksgiving Day when I guess I must have been like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. Remember that. That was a lot of fun. And I remember going to some LaSalle, East Providence games, some of them with Michael, and doing some races on Thanksgiving. So that's what I remember, kind of.
What are some of your favorite part of it? Is that it?
I guess that's it.
What about you? Do you have any favorite foods?
I love turkey. I love turkey. When I was your age, not your age, younger, we'd go out to eat, I'd always get turkey. I love turkey.
No matter what time of the year, right?
Yeah. And pumpkin pie, and mashed potatoes,
Stuffing.
and stuffing, I guess. But turkey, I like turkey.
Okay.
Gravy.
Not gravy.
Okay. What are we going to do at Aunt Jeannie's?
Want me to tell you my worst Thanksgiving
Yeah.
memory?
Yeah. Sure.
When your mother tries to cook.
Yeah. Okay, but now let's talk about what we're gonna do when we go to Aunt Jeannie's.
What are you gonna do?
I know.
Turn
Okay,
it on yourself.
but what I had to try. I'm going to film, obviously. How did the tradition of Thanksgiving happening at Aunt Jeannie's begin, and where was it before?
Well, truthfully, Thanksgiving has been one of those holidays that we used to share between Jeannie and when my mother was alive, way back. When my mother was alive, we would sometimes go to my mother's house. Sometimes we've had it at Frank's parents' house.
Do we have Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving there a couple nights. Just remember putting the table in the living room. And when Ken and Emily were alive, and we had, delicious. Do we have Italian stuff with it? I can't remember. We did the traditional, just the Thanksgiving stuff. But I remember that, and I remember, so we would share it with Mike, basically, over the last, 20-odd years or so, or maybe more than that, 25. We would share it between Aunt Jeannie's house and my house, and Easter was the other holiday we would go back and forth. As Jeannie's family got larger, and then especially in the last 10 years since she's had, or maybe not quite 10 years, but 6 or 7 years where she's had grandchildren when they were very young. It was sometimes hard to have them traveling down to our house if they lived near. And since Jessica has moved away and been away from Massachusetts for the last 7 years, 6, 7 years, when she's there for Thanksgiving, we tend to have it at her house. We've had it at our house once last year. They came, right? It was a small group, and they came to our house. Yeah. So, mostly because of convenience for Jeannie's family. And her house is is bigger than ours. Her dining room is a little bit bigger than ours. So that's kind of the gist of where it came from. When I was a kid, I told you this before, when I was a kid, we used to go to my grandmother's house up in Brookline, and it was my father and mother and the 4 of us, and my Uncle Jerry and Aunt Margie, and their 2 kids, Michael and Peggy, and my grandmother, my grandfather, my Aunt Ann. But what did you do? When you were a kid, did you go to your grandmother's house? What did you do for Thanksgiving? Do you remember?
I mean, I know except for our house.
Aunt Rose's house?
Just to come to our house, I don't.
You don't have a clear memory of that? So that's kind of how it developed.
Hi.
Hi, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Hi, Jen.
I'm
Happy
happy.
Thanksgiving. Mwah.
Nice to
Hey,
see
Brendan,
you.
can I get a kiss?
You're such a big boy.
Is he big?
Hello.
I'm going to the car to
Okay,
get
let me-
some snow pants for Brendan.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You know what I need to
Soup Supreme, of course. No, I'm just gonna move this.
Hi, who are you?
Dave.
You're
Eileen
Island Boy. Hi.
How's Thanksgiving
Hi.
so far?
You know, like the Griswolds. You broke your finger?
Hi.
I think so, yeah. We think. We haven't gone for the X-ray yet.
I got drugs for you.
So, you have any favorite memories of Thanksgiving?
Remember what we did last Thanksgiving? What did we do last Thanksgiving? I don't even remember.
Do you have any favorite foods for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think last year you were in Atlanta. We talked to you on Skype.
Okay, so Ayla, does she talk?
She does a little bit, but she's
Oh, okay. So,
she's a little shy.
okay, so Jessica.
I don't
Try.
have a good voice today.
Okay, I tried. I'm trying to,
Okay.
okay. What are some of your favorite Thanksgiving memories?
Well, my favorite memories are always when we got together as a big family. So either up here or at your mom's. Your mom used to have a lot of Thanksgivings, so we always remember having soup supreme and crowding around the table. And then I also remember going to my dad's families, and it was always so much fun because there were about 30 people there. So just having the big family memory, big family get-togethers. And I really like mashed potatoes and turkey.
Yes.
I don't have any particular ones that stood out, but just all the
Yeah.
very younger.
And, okay, and Libby?
This is
Elissa.
Elisha. Oh, I'm Elisha, sorry. Elisha, what are some of your favorite memories of Thanksgiving?
I remember the first time I came to a Fairley Thanksgiving. My family is small, so there's usually not too many people. So when I first came here, there were so many people, and it was really busy and very exciting, and at times overwhelming, but it was really fun. Just having fun, Fairley energy. So
Yeah.
that was a very good Thanksgiving.
I remember coming to, I think, for Eric's first Thanksgiving. Oh no. I remember being pregnant with you for one. That was at your mom's house.
Mama.
Yeah?
Look how big this pile is now.
And LJ, what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? Do you have a favorite part or a favorite food?
I really like roasted vegetables, so that's probably my favorite food for Thanksgiving. I like hearing about what people feel thankful for. I think that's fun. It's a nice time to remember that, and it was fun that it snowed because it makes you feel like, ooh, it's a holiday, it's special and exciting. So it's fun that it snowed last night.
Eric, is this your favorite?
Oh, okay. What are some of your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Well, I absolutely love the food, and I love all the sweet potatoes and all of the turnips and all those delicious things. But I have a memory of my cousin John. Can I share that one?
Yeah.
So when my baby Zeke was a baby, he was 6 months old, and we put him down for a nap, and we were all at your house, John, and we were eating, and I was thinking, oh, I'm so lucky that my baby's sleeping. And we looked up at the door, and somebody was holding my baby. It was John, who had gone in because John loves babies. And he found Zeke sleeping, and he picked him up and brought him out. And Zeke was just sitting in John's arms. And I thought, oh, there they are. And you said, look, the baby's awake. And you had baby Zeke in your arm, and you were so excited about it. Do you remember that?
Vaguely. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Well, my first answer didn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, what about all the turnips that I love so much?
Okay, yeah. Okay, do you have any favorite food behind turnips?
Well, I love the pies. But truly, my favorite part, sincerely, is being with you guys, being with family. I love it. I look forward to it. It's awesome.
So, Zeke, what are some of your favorite memories of Thanksgiving?
Well, I remember I used to always have hot dogs, and one time I had too many hot dogs and butter, and so then I woke up in the middle of the night and I barfed on the wall.
Oh. What are some of your favorite pots?
I like dessert and ice cream and turkey.
Okay.
And garlic bread.
That's good. See you around. So, do you have any favorite memories of Thanksgiving, Eileen?
I would say, I think my favorite memories are just when we have so many different tables pushed together to accommodate our giant family. I know at my grandmother's house in Maryland, one year we had a table that went all the way from the living room into the dining room, spanning the entire way, probably seating about, 50 people. So I think I always think of Thanksgiving as that. Really long tables, lots of people, good times.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
I think just family coming together, just having to do with my favorite memory, like having so many people and actually getting to see them all at once.
Oh yeah, and do you have any favorite foods for Thanksgiving?
Ooh, my favorite food. Well, the classic weird food that we have is the cranberry orange relish, which I wouldn't say is my favorite, but I will always eat it on Thanksgiving. And my favorite food, probably the stuffing or the gravy. Yeah, all the toppings.
Okay, hi Dave, Eileen's boyfriend. Do you have any favorite memories of Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Any favorite memories of it?
Yeah, when I was younger, my aunt's house in Central Jersey. It was the best Thanksgiving. Star Wars. Every Thanksgiving.
Well, what do you mean Star Wars?
Star Wars on TV.
Oh.
It was always on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Do you have any what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Part of Thanksgiving? Food. Football and food.
Here's another question. Do you have any favorite foods of Thanksgiving?
Stuffing. The stuffing my mom makes is my favorite food. It's the best food. The stuffing with the turkey.
Good.
There we go. Alrighty.
So, Aunt Jeannie,
Yes.
what are some of your, do you have any favorite Thanksgiving memories?
I have a couple. You want them both? Two.
Yes.
Okay. One of my favorite Thanksgiving memories, but it isn't just the only time, but when I was growing up, we went to my grandmother and grandfather's house in Brookline, and the most favorite thing was having soup supreme, which your mom makes now, and in hot paper cups that are hot cups, and standing around, and I always burnt my roof of my mouth and my tongue because it was always so hot, but I loved it. And we would stand around and often be right outside the den for my grandfather, and we would all be gathering around and drinking our soup supreme. That's one of my favorite memories of when I was a child, when I was a kid. My next favorite memory that I'm going to tell you about is a funny memory. When Mike and I moved to France, we lived in Paris, and we had Kevin as a little baby. Our first Thanksgiving was just in France. It's not Thanksgiving Day. It was just a regular day, like a Thursday, right? A regular work day. So we celebrated Thanksgiving with some of our American friends in the evening, just like a big dinner in the evening. And so I was talking to friends, and they said, be sure you say when you get the turkey, when you order the turkey, that they don't have the head and the feet still on the turkey. So you say coupe, which means cut. So I did. And so I went in and ordered this turkey ahead of time, and I said I needed, and you had to make sure you got not the tough turkey, but the tender one, dindon or something like that. So I did. I go to pick it up on Thursday morning and discover the whole turkey's cut up. Not just the feet and the heads are missing, but all the pieces are missing. And I mean, they're all cut up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's what's happening. So I asked them, I said, okay, I want the turkey, but I don't want the head and the feet. That's how I finally said it to them. Somehow they found one for me. And I went and got it. And then it didn't fit in my oven. So this is all the same Thanksgiving day or night. So we had to cook the turkey that I got finally, and we had to put the dish in like diagonally in the oven, and the oven didn't even close, so it took forever to cook. But we finally had a very late Thanksgiving dinner with some friends, and it was just hilarious, the whole thing. And that's my favorite memory of Thanksgiving dinner, at least in Paris. So that was what I was thinking of when you asked me about what's my favorite memories.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
Ooh. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is everybody getting together. I love having my family, my children, their children, and my sister, and didn't really ever very often have my brothers, but that's my favorite part, just all being together. My very favorite part.
Do you have any favorite foods for Thanksgiving?
I do. And I make it. My favorite, besides turkey, which I love, my favorite, am I looking at the camera the right way, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, go on.
Tell me if I am or
Just go
not. My favorite food is what I make, which is sweet potato casserole, which is sweet potato mashed up with nuts and marshmallows on the top as well. And that is my favorite, because I don't make it any other time. It's my favorite side dish with the turkey. My most favorite.
Okay, Kevin. Do you have any favorite Thanksgiving memories?
Well, I remember Thanksgiving in this house. I think favorite Thanksgiving memories are where when I was a child and we'd be having Thanksgiving here where my dad was cooking the turkey, and we'd have roasted potatoes and all sorts of good food brought in from, your mom would bring up food, or we'd have your grandmother, we'd have Nana who would bring some creamed onions, and we'd have everyone would come through when my Uncle Bobby would come, and he always had a habit of taking a picture of the spread of the whole table of all the food laid out, which was always fun to sit down and have everything kind of pre-prepared. So it's fun memories like that, where the food is a big part of the memory, and the feeling of just sitting for a nice full meal with everyone.
Any favorite pot in particular besides what you just said?
So the favorite part of the meal, I think, is for me the sitting down, but also sometimes the quiet time afterwards, where after everyone's eaten, people sit and read or tell stories.
Do you have any favorite foods?
So I really like the dark meat of turkey. That's part of my favorite food aspect of Thanksgiving. But I have to say, I always do look forward to the sweet potato with the roasted marshmallows on top. That's definitely a favorite of mine. Yeah.
Why don't I interview you while you're doing this?
I don't know about that, John. It's kind of difficult what I'm doing. It might have to be a little later, okay?
Okay.
You make this terrifically.
Well, giving thanks to our Mother of the Earth, who sustains us.
We return thanks to the herbs and beans, the land and water.
We return thanks to all the herbs
which furnish medicine to the cure of our diseases. We return thanks to the moon and stars,
which have given to us their light when the sun was gone.
We return thanks to the sun that has looked upon the earth with a beneficent eye. Lastly, we return thanks to the Great Spirit, in whom is embodied all goodness, and who directs all things for the good of her children.
Amen.
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 And my version. Let's say grace.
Okay.
You might be alone.
That's all right. Bless us, O Lord.
Bless us, O Lord.
And his rejoices we are about to receive from your bounty through Christ our Lord.
Amen. Can I fold this, John?
No.
No?
Thank you for all who did so much cooking.
Yes.
Go to
Thank you for Brian.
Especially Brian.
Kevin and Jen.
Especially.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's a great. Oh, this is great. Again, I'm thinking of Bobby.
Did you take a picture of that,
This
John?
is typically Bobby, right? Did you ever see
do that?
pictures? There were pictures of Bobby's Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
When he would have a decoration, the length of the table before anybody would sit down, and he had to have a picture of it first
What do you want, Kevin? Huge sense
before the food was with
to move.
flowers and.
Yeah, take one though.
Oh yeah, that's what you've been waiting for.
All right,
Give a
let's
little
see.
bit of everybody.
Everyone.
That's plenty.
What do you like?
All right.
Thank you.
There's a lot of
Deep Harry.
Lots of yum.
You want this fried?
Fried food?
You like potato?
Fried one.
And you know what else? My cousin.
Sorry, that one too. Oh yeah.
Eric, want to pick one and pass them around? Are they good, Zeke? Awesome.
Fried one?
Who needs a wine glass?
Fried ones you want?
Does anyone need a wine glass?
Fried ones?
Yeah.
Fried ones, okay.
You have a wine glass.
Is this Jeannie's cornbread?
I think it might be.
Cornbread, Jeannie? It's, well, it's like cornbread kind of.
Yeah. A piece of
Yes, this one.
Hi, Michael. What are some of your favorite Thanksgiving memories?
My favorite Thanksgiving memories are Soup Supreme and spending time with the Fairley family and enjoying great turkey.
I think that's good for Mom.
Any favorite pods of Thanksgiving or any favorite foods besides what you just mentioned?
I love stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Oh, there are no Brussels sprouts.
With or without gravy?
Oh,
And what happened to Notre Dame the last 3 weeks? They were doing so well.
Okay.
Oh, they get into some bowl.
What we're gonna sing? You want to get on the other side, or is it too close? Can you
It's fine.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. All right.
Wait till he says action.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the song that Jeannie and I used to sing whenever we went, and we were kids, we went to Brookline for Thanksgiving at Grandma Duffy's, right?
Yes. Grandma and Joe.
Grandma and Joe. And Ann.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start together?
Sure.
There's a turkey in the icebox, there are pies upon the shelf, there are donuts in the pantry, but I cannot help myself. If I step into the kitchen, I will hear my mother say, you must wait until tomorrow, it will be Thanksgiving Day.
Okay, Brian. Tell me some of your favorite Thanksgiving memories.
Oh, I don't know. I think favorite thing about Thanksgiving is always the new people that come each year. A couple years ago, Jessica's husband Michael, who's a great cook, he came, and it was fun and a little challenging to reconcile the different ways that we cooked. But I think it was one of the best meals that we ever made because he had one idea about stuffing, and I had a couple other ideas. So we ended up having 3 different stuffings, which were really good.
What were they?
One of them, I think, was the cornbread and sausage that we had tonight. Then Michael made a really good one that had like peppers and mushrooms, I think. And then I don't remember. The third one I made was I think it was a bread stuffing with apricots and something else.
Okay, what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
What's my favorite part? There might be just the standing around and talking while you make the food. I usually end up making, some of the foods I like to.
What's your favorite food for Thanksgiving?
I don't know, either the stuffing or the vegetables. Probably.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving memories?
My favorite Thanksgiving memories is my dog Keisha.
Mhm.
She wanted to say hi.
Hi.
I think my favorite memories are, all of my memories of Thanksgiving are going over to your house for the most part. So I have a lot of fond memories of that. I think my favorite thing at our Thanksgiving is always your mom's Soup Supreme, which I've always loved. And I only ever have it then, and it makes it special. And I just always remember walking in your house and immediately smelling that. It was always nice the couple times we spent Thanksgiving with Uncle Billy and his kids. I remember, I don't know if you guys came, but I think we went to their house, for Thanksgiving out in Pennsylvania once. But, yeah. I don't know. Thanksgiving's one of those holidays where it always feels they all kind of blend into one, but they're always fond memories.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
My favorite part, probably dessert.
What you
like pumpkin pie?
Any other favorite foods for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I just love filling my plate with everything, but I love stuffing. But that's only recently. I think as a kid, I always loved my mom's sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top. That was always a sweet tooth, so that's my favorite.
Any other thing you want to say about Thanksgiving?
No, I don't know. I do love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays because everyone gets together, and I love the fall. And I always have fond memories of Providence in the fall, especially when Libby and I were living in Providence. We always liked the fall there. Although we only spent one fall there before moving back up to Boston.
Where's Libby now?
Oh, she's actually working right now. So
Okay,
she feels bad.
okay, well, see you around later.
You guys, I gotta give bye to John.
Okay.
This is for the movie.
Oh, all right.
Bye.
Bye, John.
Bye.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Bye.
We'll see ya.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Soon.
Bye.
Bye, John. Am I on?
Bye. Bye, Dave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see ya. Thank you. Have a good time with you.
Bye. Bye. Bye, kids. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Got it.
Bye.
Alrighty, well. Frank's driving. Thank you very much.